How I made my song The City. The City, baby! One first shitty version of the song. It all started with that guitar. It's a sample. It comes from a sample pack where you have guitar loops. I just took 4 of them, cut them, put them together, and I had the intro of my song. Wow. I'm a producer! The first version of the track was so basic. It only had 5 elements. The guitar, of course, then the kick, then of course the saxophone, then a bass, some percussions, and here was the very first basic version of the instrumental. Pretty bad, eh? 2. Working with the singer. I had this friend whose name is Jo, who had already told me that she loved to sing, but I never heard her sing ever. When I work with a singer, I always send them beforehand the instrumental, of course, the lyrics, of course, and also what is called a scratch vocal. A scratch vocal is basically me singing the song so that the singer can see the melody and the rhythm that I would like her to sing. I have to say that this is not something I especially like to do because I'm not really a singer in the first place, and this is not something I often share with people. So ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on video, here is the scratch vocal of the very first version of The City. I feel you're not ready.
You can tell me that you don't want to. You can tell me that it's just not you. You can go downtown and see the city.
Believe it or not, she accepted to sing in the song. We recorded her in a bedroom. The sound of the bedroom was really bad. It had a very bad reverb. And in order to get rid of that reverb, here's the technique we used. We put 2 mattresses in the corner of the room and we put the microphone facing the mattresses. Yes, I do always have 2 mattresses in my room. They're right here. You see them? So that if a friend calls me and he's like, hey, can I sleep at your place tonight? Of course, I always have 2 mattresses. Hey, by the way, can I record a quick song? I have 2 mattresses. Anyway, the acoustic of the setup still wasn't perfect though. We could still hear the sound of the room and that bad reverb. So I had an idea. I told Jo, why don't we isolate you completely from the sound of the room, the sound of the street, the sound of the road, the sound of the world, the sound of the economic market. And she told me, how do you want to do that? We put you under a blanket, you and the microphone, so that it captures only the sound of you. You're kidding, right? And I said, so we put her under a blanket with the microphone and we had the best sound ever. She had to actually hold the blanket with her arms. I still hadn't listened to her voice yet. I didn't know what to expect. Maybe she was going to sing really bad. But then she started to sing. It was the perfect fit. It's like the song and her were soulmates. Moon and the sun, fork and knife, salt and pepper. We recorded 26 times the whole song. From all the takes we did, I kept take number 2. Are you serious? Oopsie. 3. Making the instrumental harder, better, faster, stronger. Because let's be honest, it was pretty bad. Bad. I went from 5 instrumental tracks to 20. There is this little guitar. Then another one. I'm meant to fly. Scratch vocal. And finally, we have the gypsy guitar. Funny thing about that gypsy guitar is that if you slow down the speed of the song, it actually sounds like reggaeton. Es que yo sin ti y tú sin mí, dime quién puede ser feliz, no me gusta. Anyway, I added some drums, a hi-hat. I feel only that only makes you want to dance. Bounce, 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 bounce. Oh yeah. Then there is the bass. Oopsie, I did it again. How did I make that sax sound? It actually comes from a sax loop that was this. And I took only one note, this one, and I made it play the melody I wanted. It sounds like a really ugly saxophone, but if you add some effects like an equalizer, a compression, a saturator, a delay, a reverb, some love, friendship, compassion, you're just a DJ. You're just putting stuff together. I don't know. For working with people. So this is me, this is my friend Matthias, this is my friend Lorenzo. I showed the song to a friend of mine whose name is Matthias, a jazz musician from France. And he told me, okay, send it to me, I will add some elements. And he came up with that piano rhythm that really adds grooves and rhythm to the song. Still, there was something missing in the song. I didn't know what it was, but I knew there was something wrong with it. But then, again, Lorenzo, my jazz musician friend, came over and he starts to jam around with his guitar and find that amazing guitar melody. Just the guitar and the kick. That's right, come on. And we had all the elements for the song. And that's it. But then... Funny thing about that, the interesting thing about that gypsy guitar is that if you